Hello everyone, Xtina back with another round of the GSC Invitational. We're on round 6 right now. We've got Kingler versus Estuardo 19. Kingler just beat Amanita, I believe, in the last round, and Estuardo beat Gorgie. So both players coming off of wins. Let's see what they bring in this set. Ooh. Okay, Eggy lead into Eggy lead. Is they going to do sleep powder? What's going to happen here? Stun spore. Interesting. Okay, maybe there's another sleeper in the back. I'm not sure if dual spore is a set in this like it is in ADV with Breloom, but Cloy in on the lax gets a free spike here. Will it take it? It does. Is Zapdos going to call a double, or are we going to see Thunder or Thunderbolt clicked? Into Fori. Is Cloy staying in? No. On lax. Nice. A spike established for Fori here. Into Eggy again. And let's see if it's double spore, or if it has hidden power fire, or what has it got for this. Okay, stun spore connecting with the Snorlax. So we'll have to see if there's another sleeper in the back. We got Zapdos in, Snorlax getting full parried, so we don't get to see what that was going to click there, if it was Fire Lax or a normal move or what. Tanking it just fine. Dedge into the Zap. Zap not switching. Let's see what the Snorlax check of choice is for Kingler. It is continuing to Thunder here, potentially forcing out a rest, or if this next Thunder connects and para happens. Let's see. Lax forced to... Ooh, but doesn't even get it. Okay, Machamp in a really scary position. What's Estuardo switching? Eggy makes a lot of sense here. Cross Chop connects. Okay. Machamp and Eggy, both pretty comparably speedy. I need a little refresher on the speed teaser. Thunder connecting. Okay, yeah, we got 208, 208. Yes, okay. So they both are, in fact, base 55 speed. So that would make sense. That wouldn't want to risk the tie there. And Booms trading Eggy for Eggy. Very nice. Let's see who this advantages more. Zapdos and on Zapdos. Kingler Zapdos a little bit more chipped. And Nidoking coming in to absorb the electric move. But there is no electric move into Lax. Okay. Is Nido going to throw out a lovely kiss here? Nope. Into Fori. Very good. Very good. Dedge connecting. Are we going to see Fori throw out a Toxic here to potentially catch a switch in? Toxes the Lax. Okay. Curse is up. Solid opportunity for it here. Estuardo. What have we seen so far from the moves? We've seen... Okay. Nice. Boom. Solid. Chipping that. Getting Gar in. And let's see what Gar's answer to this is. Scouting for Earthquake. Makes a lot of sense. And Rest is clicked. So we still don't know if it's Earthquake or Sleep Talk Mono. Stays in here. Okay, so Zapdos is the phaser. That makes sense. I was hovering over Zap earlier to check and see what it was. But yeah, given the fact that it's the only mon on this team that is likely to carry a phasing move, kind of got to run it to make sure that you don't get bowled over by enemy Lax. And Licks is the last mon here. Makes a lot of sense. Hidden Power Water connecting with the Licks. That's big. Steelix can't just come in and do its thing and force the boom there or anything like that. Nope, Zapdos just gets to come in on this all day. Although Hidden Power Water will not kill. Are we going to see a double? Oh, we see Protect! Wow, okay. That's really cool, actually. Because ordinarily you have to risk potentially going to Gar on the boom, but not in that situation. You get to have your cake and eat it too. Really cool tech from Estuardo there with the Protect Whirlwind Zapdos. Not sure if I've seen that before. And crit on the Zap. That is big. Whirlwinds that out into Machamp. So are we going to see Zap saved, or is it going to sack the last of its HP? Nope, saving it. That's a good call. And Hidden Power. Okay. Huh. Wonder what Hidden Power type that is there. Instead of Rock Slide. Okay, and Zapdos being sacked to the Level Kiss implies the presence of Sleep Talk, and let's see if we see it clicked. Thunder, not the move you're looking to hit there. You're either looking for HP Ice or Rest. Okay, would really, really like to hit a Rest here, or HP Ice. Okay, HP Ice connecting. Let's see if Ice Beam can kill here. Not quite a roll. In fact, the other one was a higher roll, so Zapdos should be able to wake up now. Oh, but it can't because... because it wasn't Sleep Talk, it was Lovely Kissed. That's right, okay. Gotta keep on top of this stuff. So let's see if Nidoking stays in. Okay, and Lovely Kiss. Oh, and Sleep Talk. Okay, so we do see that this Lax is walled by Gar. So no Earthquake there. And rests up. So at least it can heal up. But Kingler's going to need to find another way through this Gengar. And if Hidden Power on the Machamp was Ghost, I'm not sure how badly that nukes your IVs, or DVs, I guess, in this gen. So I'm not sure if it would be... Submission! What? Okay. I did not know that was a thing. Submission, 80 base power, 80 accuracy move. Infamously the worst fighting type move of all time, but Gengar does get it from being traded up from RBY. And just not even opting to use it here. But Submission Gar actually kind of does own this Lax a little bit. I mean, Lax... Oh, and Booms! Okay. Huh. So, I guess it could have just sat on it forever, but you don't necessarily want a PP stall. Okay. Doesn't matter. Crits through it. There we go. Okay, and Zapdos is still alive, so that'll be a big problem for this Cloyster. Go into Lax here. Let's see if there's a boom. No, definitely can't boom here, given the fact that you've only got 2 pieces left and you need them all, because if Nidoking is able to sleep the Machamp, you are in a lot of trouble. Lax kind of being sacked off here. What will be the answer? I imagine Estuardo will probably go into Zapdos here to try to kill this, but then will he double in the face of the Machamp? Let's see. Nope. Goes for Protect just to be safe. You don't want to lose to Boom on the spot. Goes for that there. Okay, and Curse. I wonder, can Zapdos and Nidoking get through this? 41%. Cross Chop connecting and a crit. Didn't matter at +1. But let's see what Nidoking is able to do here. Can Sleep get it done? Oh no, can't even hit Sleep. And Cross Chop, it's able to tank that. This is going to be a close one. Let's see if the second Lovely Kiss... Oh, and misses another one! Okay, and Hidden Power gets it there. I do wonder if this guy didn't show Thief, so it very well could have been Thunder last, which would have been able to certainly get through that. But in a situation where, you know, neither of these mons are Sleep Talk, so had Lovely Kiss connected and he'd been able to kill one, then, you know, you can kind of just mow through the other if he's not able to save the Sleep Sack. But yeah, Nidoking just not able to hit those Lovely Kisses there. Absolutely insane Gar set. Submission. Very, very interesting. I guess you kind of could have just sat on it forever, but you might as well just sort of boom and get that in there. I don't know. People in the comments, if you've ever seen Submission Gengar before, please let me know, because that really kind of blew my mind. That's crazy. Anyway, on to the next game. Let's see what happens here. Jinx in on Zapdos. Lead Goat. Oh no, never mind. Zapdos outspeeding Jinx with its base 100 speed over 95 and just critting right through it, so no sleep. That'll hurt Kingler a lot here. Let's see, Toxes on the Lax, and still no Spike established, and Snorlax is now at +2/+2. If Estuardo has an offensive team here, this could be real trouble, given that those teams kind of tend to struggle into this set. Let's see if the Snorlax has Earthquake, or a Fire move. If it does, this Lax is going to be causing serious problems. Curse is up in its face to try to duel the Earthquake, okay, and is somewhat successful in doing so. We'll see if it is successful in forcing the Earthquake trade, or the Explosion trade. Doesn't go for Explosion here. Chloe in. Surf threatening a big hit on Steelix, being saved. Are we going to see Spike? Yep. Calling out that he's not going to let that go when there's a Lax in the back. Both players able to establish their Spike, but Kingler is able to Toxic the Cloyster, which is very solid. Going to threaten its longevity, and nice calling that out. Both players go into their Zapdos, into each other's Cloy. Thunder's connecting. Are we going to see a para? No. Hits on both. No paras from either. Into Eggy. Okay. Second Eggy of the set. Thunder missing on that. What will Eggy's move of choice be? Not Thief, certainly. Hidden Power Ice connecting. And Psychic. Okay, now we're in a situation where Hidden Power Ice will 2-hit KO. We rest here. Okay. Does Eggy pull the boom? It does, so trades Eggy for Zapdos. So I guess Kingler really wanted that Eggy gone for his offensive strategy, valuing that over the Zapdos into this team. If this is like the Borat 6, then Zapdos could have been very nice potentially for a Vaporeon in the back, but we'll have to see. We know there's a Snorlax in the back, but I'm kind of not sure what the last is here. It could be a good number of things. Gar in on the Snorlax. Let's see. We already saw a sleep move, so I'm assuming it's probably not Hypnosis, and then that misses. Gar in a bit of a situation here. Kingler in a bit of a situation here in general. Just cannot hit a punch. Gar down. Lax threatening here. We're going to need a really solid last here to get out of this situation. Threatening the boom and gets the boom. Lax down. Okay, we've got Lax versus no Lax. Licks versus Licks, but one Licks is severely advantaged in terms of HP. Earthquake will not kill here from either player and just goes for the boom. Okay, cashing that out. And there is the VAP. It is the Borat team. Okay, let's see if this can clean things up here. Snorlax is asleep, and it's burned 0 turns so far. So let's see. We're getting big on him with growth. What can Lax pull here? Can't pull anything because it doesn't have Sleep Talk. I completely forgot. Okay, so let's see. Lax is going to wake up, though. And VAP is at +2, so it should be able to maybe get there. And now we're in a situation where if Lax is getting looped, it's really scary. +2 is kind of critical mass for this guy. Hoping for a Dedge crit. Doesn't get it. And VAP should be able to clean up here. Nothing Licks can do about it. It's not running Click Claw. So this one is over. Vaporeon tearing through. Very solid. Very solid. Yeah, that was a very unfortunate crit to start on the Jinx. I guess you could have gotten the same way with para, full para, so, you know, hardly ever guaranteed there. But had this thing been able to Ice Beam or throw a Sleep move off, things could have been a little different. Estuardo would have had fewer resources to play with, and things might not have gone this way. But yeah, very solid VAP performance there. if you can find some free turns and get big on them, even checks like Snorlax are not checks anymore. But okay, let's get into game 3. Okay, Eggy into Nidoking. Saves the Eggy. Are we going to see Lovely Kiss? Yep, there we go. Nice. Zapdos, probably Sleep Talk if it's being sent in there. What does it pull? Pulls HP Ice right off the bat. And Nidoking Thiefs it. Okay, so Zapdos is going to have a little bit of a harder time looping stuff like this, so we might see it switched out into Eggy. Nido, okay, nice. Pulling that back as it's used both of its threatening moves into defensive pieces. And Stun Spore. Oh, interesting. A second Stun Spore Eggy. Wow, okay. Is this a double load of the team from the first game? We'll find out. Okay, Cloy in. Cloy and Cloy. Both, well, one opting to Tox, one opting to Spike. Will likely Spike next. Oh, Tentacruel. Okay. Okay, Nido. Oh, okay, substitute. This makes, oh, nice. Incredible. Okay. So boomed on that, anticipating that it might have been like a bulky spin set, but I believe this is probably like substitute Swords Dance, the infamous Druid Cruel, which I remember reading about a long time ago when I was checking out GSC stuff. So that might be what this is, although it might just be like, I don't think I've ever seen Nidoking on a fat team, so I don't think it's a Rapid Spinner. Yeah, I think that's probably a Swords Dance Tentacruel. Okay, Raikou back in on the licks. Are we going to see another Roar, anticipating a switch and punishing that? Yes, we do. Nice. Got him still in that, but Tentacruel is able to escape it. It's got a solid special attack stat, anticipating a switch here from the licks, and we don't see one. Willing to stay in. That Tentacruel is clearly a bit of an issue here if you're willing to do that. Tanks a Psy, roars it out again. Raikou in. So this is going to force another loop. Are we going to see another Roar? Eggy sent in as a nice mid-ground to block Earthquake and Roar. And now Nidoking is in. Are we going to see another switch? Nope. Just goes right for the Earthquake. Is Lick's going to Earthquake too? Yep. Anticipating that Estuardo is kind of over this whole getting roared around situation. And now Eggy is in on the Licks. Let's see. What has this guy shown so far? Just Psychic? Okay. Eggy being sent in. Nice. Hidden Power. Fire. Connecting. Let's see what this Eggy does, and wins the speed tie, finishes it off with a Psychic. What will the Eggy answer be here? This is almost inviting a boom. Will we see one? Rests up. Not going to be able to take this if it does happen, and boom does happen. Kingler Zapdos is out of there. And now the Zapdos is down. The Tentacruel is like real threat, unless there's something in the back that can handle it, but not looking a whole lot like it. Another crit on the Lax. Going the other way this set. Tentacruel in on Machamp. Okay. Earthquake is going to have to get there if this Machamp even does have Earthquake. Scouts it with the Raikou, throwing it out, and Curse. Okay. Nice. So how are we getting through this Machamp here? Because Estuardo's last is almost certainly Snorlax. So Raikou is going to have to do a lot of work. Para, it does do a lot of work. That is going to be absolutely instrumental in getting through it. This Machamp could have torn through the entire team potentially. Because I don't know if Druid Cruel's getting there on its own. But Raikou pulling some crazy, oh my god, pulling some crazy Sleep Talk rolls. Getting the Para, getting everything. And Machamp still barely living, but crits that. But it doesn't matter at this point. You've got a Tentacruel to face down. And this thing should be able to clean up absolutely everything left. Surf, there we go. Even though it's a Swords Dance set likely, it still runs Surf. And Surf should be able to finish Licks off. Can it? Let's see. If not, okay, it does. Wow. Crazy Tentacruel performance there, but the real star of that one was this Raikou hitting 2 Thunders with Sleep Talk and getting a Para, and like a full Para. That was crazy. By all rights, this Machamp should have torn through the Lax, and, you know, maybe this. I mean, obviously, in a situation, there's a reason that the Electrics are as good as they are, is because they can just do stuff like that. But yeah, Machamp should have gone kind of crazy into that. Although, depending on the set, if this was like Rock Slide, Cross Chop, you know, HP Bug or something, then that potentially could have, you know, gotten 1v1'd by Tentacruel maybe. But even then, Tentacruel's base defense is not great. So, and to be fair, like Machamp's base special defense isn't phenomenal either. So I guess that one could have gone either way. If Machamp had Earthquake though, that was probably curtains. But given the fact that it didn't click it, I would assume that it did not have it. Because if you have Earthquake, you're not cross-chopping into Raikou. So, you know, but cool set. Cool brings from both players. The double sleepless Executors here. And, you know, submission, like, I had to pull this up. I was like, okay, am I remembering this correctly? Like 80 BP, 80 accuracy? Sure enough, truly an abysmal move, but was, you know, able to able to get Estuardo the win, even if it didn't really directly contribute. But anyway, thanks for watching, and continue watching the videos if you liked them, and check out my channel if you want to see more stuff about ADV. Okay, bye!